Welcome to a gentle journey through the night, where we'll explore what happens to your heart while you sleep. We'll move quietly through 100 facts about the remarkable work your heart does in the darkness, the ways it recovers, repairs, and prepares itself for another day. There's no need to hold on to any particular detail, no need to remember. Just let the words flow over you like a quiet stream and allow yourself to settle into rest. Winding down, the hour before sleep. Let's begin with the hour or two before sleep, that twilight time when your body starts preparing for rest. In these quiet hours, melatonin rises and the nervous system begins shifting away from fight or flight. Your body knows the day is ending. It starts the transition, moving from alertness toward rest, from doing toward being. Sympathetic activity starts to fall, allowing heart rate and blood pressure to gently decrease. The sympathetic nervous system, that part of you that keeps you ready and responsive, begins to quiet down. And as it does, your heart responds, slowing its pace, easing its effort. A calm pre-sleep routine helps the heart transition smoothly into rest mode. The activities you choose in this hour matter. They can either support this natural shift or work against it. Gentle movements, dim lighting, quiet sounds, these help your heart prepare. Late stress, bright light, caffeine, or heavy meals can delay this calming shift. They send signals that the day isn't over, that vigilance is still needed. And your heart listens to these signals, staying more active than it needs to be. The heart begins preparing for lower nighttime oxygen and energy demands. It knows what's coming. The long hours of stillness, the reduced need for output. It starts adjusting its rhythm, its force, anticipating the ease ahead. Hormonal signals start telling blood vessels to relax. Chemical messengers flow through your bloodstream, carrying instructions to let go, to soften, to release tension. Your vessels respond, opening slightly, reducing resistance. The heart's internal circadian clock aligns with the brain's sleep signal. Your heart has its own sense of time, its own rhythm tied to the cycle of day and night. And in these evening hours, that internal clock synchronizes with your brain's growing need for sleep. Heart rhythm becomes slightly more regular as stimulation decreases. The variations and responses that mark active hours begin to smooth out. Your heartbeat settles into a more predictable pattern. Blood pressure starts its gradual nighttime descent. Not all at once, but slowly, steadily. Pressure begins to fall. This descent is important, protective, giving your vessels a chance to recover from the day's demands. The cardiovascular system enters its nightly recovery window. This is the beginning of something essential. Your heart and vessels are about to receive hours of reduced workload, hours of repair opportunity, hours of restoration. Falling asleep. Early non-REM sleep. Now let's move into those moments when sleep truly arrives, when you cross the threshold from waking into early non-REM sleep. As you drift into light non-REM sleep, heart rate begins to drop steadily. The descent that started in the evening continues, deepening. Your heart slows further, beat by beat, settling into a rhythm it will hold through much of the night. Parasympathetic control becomes dominant. The rest and digest side of your nervous system takes over. Where the sympathetic system kept you alert and active, the parasympathetic system now guides you toward recovery and renewal. The heart requires less force to pump blood. With reduced activity, with muscles at rest, your body needs less circulation. Your heart responds by pumping more gently, using less energy with each contraction. Oxygen demand throughout the body decreases. Your brain needs less fuel, your muscles need less fuel. Everything is winding down. And so your heart can deliver less while still meeting every need perfectly. Blood vessels relax further, lowering resistance. The pathways through which blood flows become easier to navigate. Your heart pushes against less pressure, works with greater ease. heart rate variability increases, signaling improved recovery. Heart rate variability is the natural variation between heartbeats. When it increases, it's a sign that your body is in a good state, that your nervous system is flexible, responsive, healthy. Electrical activity in heart cells slows slightly, stabilizing rhythm. The pacemaker cells in your heart, the ones that set the tempo, slow their firing. The rhythm becomes more stable, more predictable, less reactive. Extra or irregular beats often become less frequent. Those little skips or flutters that can happen during the day, they tend to fade in sleep. The heart finds its steady pace and holds it. Stress hormones like adrenaline continue to fall. Adrenaline kept you alert, kept you ready. But now it's draining away, leaving your system quieter, calmer, more at peace. The heart settles into a slower, steadier nighttime pattern. This is its baseline now, its resting state, not the aroused, responsive heart of daytime, but the quiet, recovering heart of night. Think of this transition as your heart exhaling after a long day. It's been working constantly, responding to every demand, every movement, every thought. And now, finally, it can rest. Not stop, never stop, but work at a gentler pace, with less urgency, with more ease. Your heart knows how to do this. It's done it every night of your life. The descent into sleep, the shift from activity to rest, it's written into your biology. Your heart follows this path naturally, reliably, needing nothing from you but permission to slow down. As we continue, we'll explore what happens in the deeper stages of sleep, when restoration reaches its peak. But for now, just notice this settling, this quieting. Your heart finding its nighttime rhythm, preparing for the work of repair that lies ahead. The night holds you gently as we move forward through these quiet facts about your heart and sleep. As we journey deeper into the night, we arrive at the most restorative phase of sleep, when your heart receives its greatest gift of rest and repair. Deep sleep, the first half of the night. Deep non-REM sleep brings the lowest sustained heart rate of the night. This is the deepest rest your heart will experience in any 24-hour period. The slowest, most efficient rhythm it will maintain for any length of time. Blood pressure reaches its deepest dip, reducing vessel strain. Your vessels, which have been under pressure all day, finally get true relief. The walls can relax, the tension can release. This is essential for their long-term health. This nocturnal dipping protects the heart and arteries long-term. People whose blood pressure dips properly at night have healthier cardiovascular systems over the years. This nightly descent isn't just rest. It's prevention. It's protection. Mechanical stress on the heart walls decreases. With lower pressure, with slower beats, the physical forces acting on your heart's chambers are reduced. Less stretching, less strain with each contraction. Coronary blood flow becomes more efficient. The arteries that feed your heart muscle itself can do their work more effectively. Blood reaches every cell that needs it, delivering oxygen and nutrients while carrying away waste. Growth hormone release supports heart muscle repair. During deep sleep, your body releases pulses of growth hormone. This hormone doesn't just affect muscles in your arms and legs, it also supports the maintenance and repair of your heart muscle itself. Blood vessel linings repair microscopic damage. Every day, your vessel walls sustain tiny injuries from the pressure of blood flow, from inflammation, from the simple work of staying open. At night, especially in deep sleep, these linings patch themselves up. Inflammation signals are dialed down. The chemical messengers that promote inflammation, that call immune cells to action, they decrease during deep sleep. This gives your cardiovascular system a break from constant low-level inflammatory stress. Oxidative stress is reduced, protecting heart cells. Oxidative stress is like cellular rust, damage from reactive molecules that form during normal metabolism. In deep sleep, Your body's antioxidant systems work more effectively, and the production of these harmful molecules decreases. Cellular cleanup inside heart cells becomes more active. Your cells have maintenance systems that identify and remove damaged components. In deep sleep, these systems work more efficiently, clearing out debris, keeping the cellular machinery in good working order. Autophagy clears damaged proteins from heart tissue. Autophagy is the process by which cells recycle their own damaged parts. It's like a cellular recycling program. And it's most active during deep sleep, helping to keep heart tissue healthy and functional. The heart shifts into a more efficient energy use mode. With less work to do, your heart can focus on maintenance rather than output. It uses its fuel more for repair and upkeep than for pumping. Metabolic hormones stabilize blood sugar overnight. Insulin sensitivity remains good. Blood sugar levels stay steady. This metabolic stability protects your heart from the stress of glucose fluctuations. Endothelial healing improves artery flexibility. The endothelium is the thin inner lining of your blood vessels. When it's healthy and flexible, blood flows smoothly and pressure stays controlled. Deep sleep supports this healing and flexibility. Immune cells shift from inflammation to repair roles. The same immune cells that fight infections during the day change their function at night. Instead of attacking, they help rebuild. Instead of inflaming, they soothe. Stem cell-friendly conditions support long-term regeneration. Your body maintains populations of stem cells that can help repair damaged tissue. The conditions during deep sleep favor their activity, supporting the heart's ability to maintain itself over years. Electrical recovery time lengthens slightly, improving rhythm stability. The time it takes for your heart's electrical system to reset between beats increases slightly in deep sleep. This actually makes the rhythm more stable, less prone to disruption. Nighttime heart rate variability peaks. Remember, high heart rate variability is a sign of health, of resilience. It reaches its highest point during these deep sleep hours, reflecting the profound rest your system is experiencing. The heart receives its greatest workload relief of the entire day. There is no other time, no other activity that gives your heart such complete rest. Not sitting quietly, not lying on the couch, nothing approaches the relief of deep sleep. This deep sleep phase is essential for long-term cardiovascular health. Miss it regularly and the consequences accumulate. Protect it, prioritize it, and your heart maintains its strength and resilience over decades. REM sleep, dreaming and cycling. Now the night shifts. You've been through deep sleep, and the cycles begin to change. REM sleep arrives, bringing with it a different kind of experience for your heart. REM sleep brings brief surges in heart rate and blood pressure. Unlike the steady calm of deep sleep, REM is variable, dynamic. Your heart rate can rise and fall, sometimes approaching waking levels, then settling again. These swings resemble gentle stress tests for the heart. Think of them as practice, as a way for your cardiovascular system to maintain its responsiveness. Brief challenges that keep the system flexible. In healthy hearts, REM fluctuations are well tolerated. A strong, resilient heart handles these variations easily. They're not harmful, they're normal, part of the sleep architecture. Dream activity can influence heart rhythm temporarily. The content of your dreams, the emotions they evoke, can cause your heart to respond. A tense dream might quicken your pulse. A peaceful one might let it slow. REM sleep increases autonomic nervous system flexibility. The back and forth between sympathetic and parasympathetic activity, it's greatest during REM. This flexibility is a form of resilience, a sign of healthy regulation. Most apnea-related heart rhythm changes occur during REM. If someone has sleep apnea, REM is often when the effects on the heart are most pronounced. The relaxation of throat muscles combined with the variability of REM creates particular vulnerability. Oxygen drops in apnea can briefly stress the heart. When breathing stops or becomes very shallow, oxygen levels fall. The heart has to work harder to compensate, and over time, repeated episodes can cause damage. Some hidden arrhythmias appear only during sleep. Certain abnormal heart rhythms show themselves only when the nervous system is in specific states that occur during sleep. They might be completely invisible during waking hours. Nighttime monitoring can reveal rhythm issues missed during the day. This is why sleep studies and overnight heart monitoring can be so valuable. They capture the full range of how your heart behaves across different states. Heart-brain communication remains active throughout dreams. Your heart and brain are in constant conversation. Even in dreams, even in sleep, they're coordinating, responding to each other, maintaining the connection that keeps you alive. REM sleep is fascinating, isn't it? This paradoxical state where the brain is highly active but the body is still. Where dreams unfold, and your heart rides the waves of imagined experience. It's different from deep sleep, less restorative perhaps, but still essential, still part of the complete picture of how sleep supports your heart. As we continue, we'll explore what happens in the middle of the night and into morning, how the heart's work changes as dawn approaches. But for now, rest in knowing that whether in deep sleep or REM, your heart is being cared for, protected, given what it needs to stay strong. The cycles continue, the night holds you, and your heart finds its way through each stage with ancient wisdom. We continue our journey now through the middle hours of night, when your heart maintains its quiet work, and then into the gradual shift toward morning, when everything begins to change again. Midnight balance and repair. The heart follows a personal overnight heart rate curve. Everyone's pattern is slightly different, but each of us has a characteristic shape to our nighttime heart rate. It's as individual as your fingerprint, this rhythm of descent and eventual rise. Lowest heart rate usually occurs around the middle of the night. For most people, somewhere in those deep middle hours, the heart reaches its slowest sustained pace. This is the nadir, the low point, the moment of greatest rest. Healthy sleep maintains consistent rhythm cycles. Night after night, when sleep is good, these patterns repeat. The heart learns, adapts, expects the rhythm. Consistency itself becomes therapeutic. Poor sleep flattens heart recovery patterns. When sleep is fragmented or insufficient, the heart doesn't get to complete its full descent. The curve flattens. The recovery is incomplete. The benefit is lost. Blood clotting factors are balanced overnight. Your blood's ability to clot, to stop bleeding when needed, it's carefully regulated throughout the night. Too much clotting is dangerous, too little is dangerous. Sleep helps maintain the balance. Normal sleep prevents blood from becoming overly sticky. During healthy sleep, your blood maintains the right consistency. Not too thick, not too prone to forming clots where they shouldn't. This protects against stroke and heart attack. Vessel tone stays relaxed and protective. Throughout these middle hours, your blood vessels maintain a state of healthy relaxation. Not collapsed, not rigid, but open and responsive. Circadian genes inside heart cells coordinate repair timing. Your heart cells contain molecular clocks, genes that turn on and off in daily cycles. These genes ensure that repair processes happen at the optimal time during these quiet night hours. Cardiac remodeling is guided toward healthier structure. The heart is constantly remodeling itself, adjusting its structure in response to the demands placed on it. During sleep, this remodeling tends toward health rather than pathology. The heart continues quiet maintenance work while you rest. Think of it as a building being maintained overnight. While you're not there, while everything is still, the maintenance crew does its work. Your heart is both the building and the crew, maintaining itself in darkness. This middle phase of the night, these hours of sustained rest, they're precious. Not dramatic like the descent into sleep, not dynamic like the approach to waking, but steady, consistent, reliable. Your heart doing its quiet, essential work, hour after hour, keeping itself healthy, keeping you alive. Late night to early morning transition. Now the night begins its subtle shift. You're moving toward morning, though you may not know it yet. Your body knows. Your heart knows. The transition has begun. REM sleep becomes more frequent toward morning. The cycles that have been repeating all night begin to change their proportions. Less deep sleep now, more REM, more dreaming, more variability. Sympathetic activity slowly begins to rise again. The nervous system that quieted in the evening is stirring now. Not suddenly, not with alarm, but gradually increasing its activity. Heart rate starts climbing in preparation for waking, even before you're conscious. Even while you're still deeply asleep, your heart begins to quicken. The lowest point has passed, and now comes the ascent. Blood pressure gradually increases. Like heart rate, pressure begins to rise. Your cardiovascular system is preparing for the demands of the day, for standing, for moving, for activity. Electrical responsiveness increases slightly. Your heart's pacemaker cells become a bit more sensitive, a bit more reactive. The stable, slow rhythm of deep night gives way to a more responsive pattern. Platelet activity begins rising toward morning. Platelets, the blood cells responsible for clotting, become more active as morning approaches. This is normal, but it's also why cardiovascular events are statistically more common in morning hours. Blood vessels become a bit more constricted. The relaxed open vessels of night start to narrow slightly. Again, this is preparation, the body anticipating the need for regulated pressure during activity. Hormones like cortisol start increasing. Cortisol, often called the stress hormone, though it's much more than that, begins its morning rise. It helps mobilize energy, helps prepare you for waking. The heart shifts out of full repair mode. The dedicated recovery time is ending. The heart is moving from maintenance back toward readiness, from repair toward performance. The body prepares for movement and alertness. Everything is coordinating now. Hormones, nervous system, heart, vessels, all shifting together toward the active state. Waking up. The morning heart shift. And then you wake, whether gradually or suddenly, whether to an alarm or naturally, the transition completes. Your heart must adjust quickly. Heart rate rises quickly upon waking. What took hours to descend reverses in minutes. Your heart accelerates, meeting the immediate needs of consciousness. Blood pressure surges as you leave sleep. This surge is normal, expected, but it's also a moment of stress for the cardiovascular system. From the lowest pressure of night to active waking pressure in a short time. Standing up forces the heart to work against gravity. When you sit up, when you stand, blood pools in your legs. Your heart must pump harder to get blood to your brain, to maintain circulation against gravitational pull. Oxygen demand increases throughout the body. Your brain needs more fuel now. Your muscles are ready to move. Everything requires more, and the heart must deliver. Heart rate variability drops as activity increases. Remember, high variability is a sign of rest. As you become active, as you engage with the world, variability naturally decreases. Blood vessels are least relaxed in early morning. This is when they're most constricted, most reactive. Combined with the surge in blood pressure, this is why mornings carry particular cardiovascular risk. Platelets are most active, increasing clot risk. The combination of active platelets and constricted vessels and rising pressure creates a window where clots are more likely to form. Arrhythmia risk is statistically higher after waking. Abnormal heart rhythms are more common in the morning hours. The rapid transition from sleep to waking, the surge in activity, it creates vulnerability. Morning angina is more likely in heart disease. For people with coronary artery disease, the increased demand on the heart in morning, combined with the other factors we've mentioned, can trigger chest pain. The heart switches fully into daytime mode. The night is over. The recovery window has closed. your heart is back to its daytime role, responsive, active, ready. This morning transition is remarkable when you think about it. How quickly your heart adapts, how reliably it shifts from nighttime rest to daytime readiness. Every morning of your life, this transition happens. Your heart makes this journey from the slowest, most restful state to full active engagement. There's vulnerability in this transition, yes, but there's also testament to your heart's incredible adaptability, its responsiveness, its tireless service. As we move into our final segment, we'll explore how the quality of sleep shapes your heart over time and why all of this matters for your long-term health. The night is ending, but the wisdom of these hours remains. We arrive now at our final segment, where we'll explore how the quality of your sleep shapes your heart, not just tonight, but over the course of your life. And we'll bring together the bigger picture of why all of this matters. How sleep quality shapes the heart. Poor sleep leaves resting heart rate higher in the morning. When sleep is inadequate or fragmented, your heart doesn't complete its full recovery arc. You wake with a heart rate that's elevated, still carrying some of the previous day's burden. Insomnia keeps the heart partially in stress mode overnight. When you can't sleep, when you lie awake with mind racing or simply alert, your heart can't fully relax. The sympathetic nervous system stays partially engaged, keeping heart rate and pressure higher than they should be. Chronic insomnia flattens nighttime blood pressure dipping. Remember that essential dip in blood pressure during the night. In chronic insomnia, it's reduced or absent. Blood pressure stays elevated, vessels don't get their needed relief, and long-term damage accumulates. Short sleep increases long-term hypertension risk. Study after study has shown this relationship. People who consistently get insufficient sleep are significantly more likely to develop high blood pressure over the years. Insomnia raises inflammation and stress hormones. Without good sleep, inflammatory markers stay elevated. Cortisol and other stress hormones remain higher. This creates a state of chronic low-level stress that wears on the cardiovascular system. Sleep apnea causes repeated overnight heart strain. When breathing stops or becomes very shallow during sleep apnea episodes, oxygen drops, heart rate and blood pressure surge. The heart is stressed. This happens repeatedly through the night, sometimes hundreds of times. Untreated apnea raises morning blood pressure. People with sleep apnea often wake with elevated blood pressure that persists into the day. The overnight stress on the heart creates lasting effects. Regular exercise improves nighttime heart recovery. Here's something positive. Physical activity during the day enhances your heart's ability to recover at night. Exercise and sleep support each other in a beautiful cycle. Exercise strengthens circadian rhythms for the heart. Regular physical activity helps synchronize your internal clocks, making the transition into sleep smoother, the nighttime recovery more complete. Good sleep resets the heart for the next night. Each night of quality sleep doesn't just provide immediate recovery, it sets the stage for the next night to be restorative as well. Good sleep builds on itself. The quality of your sleep matters profoundly. Not just how you feel the next day, though that matters too, but how your heart ages, how it responds to stress, how long it stays healthy and strong. The big picture. Why this matters now. Let's step back and see the whole picture. Understand why we've been on this journey through the night and what it all means. Sleep is the heart's primary daily recovery period. There is nothing else that provides what sleep provides. No medication, no supplement, no therapy replaces the specific restoration that happens during sleep. Nighttime repair prevents long-term damage buildup. Every day, your heart sustains small stresses, tiny damages. If these accumulate without repair, they lead to disease. Sleep is when repair happens, when accumulation is prevented. Consistent sleep protects arteries and heart muscle. Night after night of good sleep maintains the health of your entire cardiovascular system. The vessels stay flexible, the heart muscle stays strong, the electrical system stays stable. Irregular sleep disrupts cardiac circadian clocks. When sleep timing varies widely, when you're up late one night and early the next, the molecular clocks in your heart cells become confused. Repair processes happen at the wrong times or don't happen at all. Long-term poor sleep reshapes the heart negatively. Over years, inadequate sleep can actually change the structure of the heart. The walls may thicken inappropriately, the chambers may enlarge, the function may decline. Healthy sleep lowers cardiovascular disease risk. This is one of the most important facts. Good sleep is protective. It reduces your risk of heart attack, stroke, heart failure, arrhythmias, all the major cardiovascular diseases. The heart depends on sleep as much as activity. We know the heart needs exercise, needs to work and strengthen, but it needs rest just as much. The balance of stress and recovery, that's what keeps it healthy. Each night is a reset opportunity for heart health. No matter what happened today, tonight is a chance for your heart to recover. Tomorrow is a new day, and tonight's sleep helps make that possible. The quality of sleep shapes how the heart ages. Two people of the same age can have hearts that function very differently. Part of that difference comes from lifestyle, from diet, from exercise, and a significant part comes from sleep. Restful sleep keeps the heart calm, strong, and resilient. This is what it all comes down to. Calm, because the nervous system can relax. Strong, because repair and maintenance happen reliably. Resilient, because the heart maintains its ability to respond to challenges. Your heart is extraordinary. It began beating before you were born, before you had conscious thought, before you took your first breath. And it will continue beating for your entire life, every moment of every day, without vacation, without pause. It deserves rest. It deserves the gift of sleep, the hours of reduced demand, the opportunity for repair, the chance to slow down and recover from the day's work. What we've explored tonight is not just information. It's a reminder of how intimately connected sleep and heart health are, how each night matters, how the patterns you establish over weeks and months and years shape the health of this vital organ. Sleep is not a luxury. It's not time wasted. It's essential maintenance for the most important muscle in your body. So as you lie here now, as you listen to these final words, know that your heart is already beginning its nightly work. Already slowing. Already entering that recovery mode. Already starting the repairs that will keep it strong. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to control anything. Your heart knows what to do. Your body knows the rhythm. All you need to do is rest, to allow sleep to come when it will, to give your heart the gift of this quiet time. We've reached the end of our 100 facts, but the night may continue. And that's perfectly all right. Whether sleep comes quickly or slowly, whether it's deep or light, whether the night is restful or restless, your heart will do what it can with whatever rest you're able to find. Be gentle with yourself. Trust in your body's wisdom. Trust in your heart's resilience. Thank you for this journey through the quiet facts of heart and sleep. May your heart find its slowest rhythm. May your vessels relax completely. May you rest deeply and well. Good night.